This is why I think the overall outlook on the DXY and the USD, as well as most of the USD pairs, right, is looking, or it's gonna look bearish in the next couple of days or hours from now. All right, let's get it. Alright, so welcome back to Vusi Supreme Traders. It's your boy Vusi Max, the one and only. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been subscribed, welcome back, family. You know we family if you subscribe, fam. Go ahead and like the video. Leave a comment if you like. Tell me what you guys are looking at during the week. What are you guys trading and stuff like that. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe too. Like the video, click the bell notification icon so you get notified every time the boy makes a new drop. You know what I'm saying? So in today's video, like I said, fam, we're gonna explore how the USD is looking. I was kind of mad, I won't admit. I won't lie, I mean. I was kind of mad because for the past few days, trading days, let's just say Friday, Saturday, no, let's just say Thursday, Friday, and Monday, I wasn't really trading like that. And from my perspective, I was just like kind of mad at how the US election kind of went by, right? I was expecting this to be a clean job, you know what I'm saying? Like election, like the voters to vote and stuff like that, and the results to come out clean and stuff. But the way it's looking, I'm sure if for anyone who's following that, you can see there's a whole lot of drama. And you know that political drama is like, listen, is directly related to market volatility. So the more drama we have, the more volatile the markets are gonna be. It's a good thing if you're a scalper, but for the swingers now, right, it only makes our job harder because now we have to look for precise entries, and it's hard to get a precise entry when the market is like behaving too volatile and erratic, you understand? But the game is to adapt, you understand what I'm saying? The game is to adapt. And for the past like couple of trading days or whatever, I wasn't really trading like that because I was like trying to adapt. Listen, I'm not gonna trade when I can feel it in my gut that what I'm doing isn't really what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just keep the money in my trading account and so forth. So yeah, fam, the DXY and the USD, I believe, is gonna go bullish, right? I believe this thing is gonna go bullish, but I need to see a couple of cues before we can confirm for sure that this thing is now bullish. But for a fact, we've already analyzed, and I'm gonna show you the analysis right now as we go into the charts, right? So let's go right and get it now, fam. Alright, fam, so what we're gonna look at is the DXY, which is the US dollar currency index. We're gonna look at it on the daily time frame, right? And the platform that I'm using now is TradingView, right? So what's going to end up happening with this analysis is the first part, we're going to look at it via TradingView, and the second part, we're going to use MetaTrader. Any MetaTrader platform will do for these. And if your broker has the DXY, which is the dollar currency index, you also find it even on your MetaTrader. You don't need to necessarily use TradingView for this analysis, although I'm just using it because that's just how I prefer to analyze the USD index, right? So when you look at the chart that I have in front of you now, for the most part, you can see we've been kind of moving sideways, which is what's been happening with some of the USD pairs. And basically with the dollar currency index, what it basically means is how is the dollar comparing to other global currencies, like overall, you understand? We need to look at what's happening now because, like I said, fam, I believe the sentiments on this pair is gonna like change pretty soon, and only if we do get confirmation, which I'll tell you how to actually notice or see that confirmation. So how this the sideways movement I was talking about actually means it's kind of been a sideways movement. You know what it means? It's not an uptrend, it's not a downtrend. It's just a mixture of trends transitioning into other trends without the price going too far high or too far down, except until we got to this part here. So when we got to this peak here, we started getting in a bear market, right? Which we still are, fam. So that basically means that the USD has been doing bad compared to most of these global currency pairs. So what I want you to focus on now is what's been happening since here. So you're gonna look at the low, which was on the 10th of June. You're gonna join this low with the high or peak, which was on the 25th of September. When you align it to the current price now, it's also gonna make contact with this high, which gives us validation that the trend line that we're using, or the psychological level that we're using, is valid, because it's still making contact with other points in the future. So what ends up happening now is, as you can see, there's also another trend line that I have at the bottom. And for you to get this one, all you need to do is draw a trend line at the end of the candlestick week of the 31st of July. Join this one with the lower low, which was on the 18th of August. And as you move it, it's also going to align with this candlestick week that we have here, which is also further validation that this trend line is also valid. So as you can see, I also have the support zone here, which is where the price kind of rebounded here a couple of days ago. I think it was like on Thursday, right? This is where the price rebounded there, which is also resistance, which is also a support zone. So what's actually happening here is, since we rejected the support, if the price fails to actually go further higher up and we see a breakdown, then listen, I've been wrong, and so the price is still gonna maintain a bearish outlook, which means we're gonna sell, right? But for now, we rebounded here and I'm still seeing momentum. But I'm just saying, if we break out here, expect the price to go further below and at least test this level that we have here. Then we're gonna come test this level, like I said. But as of now, I'm really hoping like I'm really hoping the price actually goes up and at least we test this level, because it seems like we failed to do so. But it's very possible that the outlook might change. So now let's go to the H4 time frame. This was on a daily time frame. Now let's go to the H4. So when it comes to the H4, you see that we rejected support. We couldn't break through support, so actually kind of retested support, and then now we had a little flag pattern here if we go into the lower time frames, which is a bullish signal, right? And then momentum started picking up, but I'm counting on the current thing. I'm counting on the current candlestick to actually continue bullish. Then we're gonna most definitely see the price pick up. But what's happening here is the same thing that happened here, which is why I'm saying every time we see a flag pattern or whatever, always take it as a bull signal, right? And although it may still like go bearish, but overall this is a bullish signal. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, I think how it's looking now, we're having a bullish outlook. I'm expecting the price to actually go and test this level again. We might break through, but I'm not gonna read that far into it until we actually make it here. So let's first make it here first, and then after that, then we can say now we're gonna break out of this major trend line. All right, so now that you understand what's going on with the DXY, let's go to MetaTrader, and I have two more charts to show you. So the first chart that I'm gonna show you on the MetaTrader is the USD weekly. Listen, everybody that knows me or has been following the channel knows that when it comes to the USD men's do not play at all. You understand what I'm saying? So check this out, right? We have this nice, beautiful trend here, which is the uptrend on the weekly time frame. So although we've been selling for the most part, right? We've been selling here for the most part on the daily time frame. All the analysis videos that are dropped in the past 3 months were done in the daily time frame on this pair. So we're only focused on this movement, but make no mistake, fam, I've been having the overall outlook on this pair, on how it looks over the weekly time frame. So as much as we were selling and we were going crazy, I've been knowing that eventually we're gonna come to a baseline level where now we're gonna test like previous key levels and stuff like that. So here we have a confluence, right? We have an uptrend that you see. Like if you just go to a weekly time frame, fam, I've been showing you guys how to draw uptrends for the longest time. Just use the low, which was on February 2018, and join it with the low, which was on 2022 December 2019, and you actually have a beautiful ass trend line. You don't need these two lines that I've actually drawn here. These are just reversal lines, but what you do need is this resistance zone turned to support, right? So now that we understand, the price kind of like goes to make a high, goes to make a low, goes to test that high again, then we go and test the trend line, we go and make a peak, then we come back to the trend line. Every time we come back to a trend line, though, you know the price is about to rebound. So what does this mean, right? So the only thing that's concerning me is, like, I'm kind of like afraid that the if we do break out of this setup, then for the next, I don't know how many weeks or months or whatever, we might go back to 19 rands. If we go and make a high, we might go back to like almost at 20 rands per dollar. You understand what I'm saying? That's a scary thing, but obviously because we trade in the USDs, I trade in the USDs. I advise people to trade in USDs. It's actually good news because now we're gonna make a lot more money. But for the fact that the rand might be getting a lot weaker, that's the only thing that I feel like, you know what I'm saying, is a bit like scary to consider. So now going back to what's going on with the market, the technicals and stuff like that, we just need to look at the fact that we had a rejection there, right? Where the trend line and so far on the weekly time frame is looking like a rejection because we was below resistance, you understand? Now I mean support was below support, and then we made our way back up. And this also goes hand in hand with what we were saying about the dollar index. It's looking bullish there, right? So when we come this side, it also translates here, because if you go to the daily time frame, we can see that we made it to support, and then we started actually going bullish. And now when we go to the H4, I'm seeing a flag pattern here. Which is why I have a buy order there. But it's nearing my SL, so I might have to widen it a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So the next pair that we're going to look at is the USDCHF. The USDCHF, I think it needs a daily time frame for us to look at it. And it's a pretty simple chart once you understand what's going on here. We have this trend line here, right, which we're going to draw on the daily time frame. Just go to this high, which was on the 28th September. Join it with the next lower high, and it's actually going to align with the current one. And then we have this high also, which was on the 8th September. Join it with the lows here, right? And it's actually going to join it with the current, or with the previous low that the market made. But at the same time, we have two psychological levels, or two key levels that we need to look at here. We have the support zone, which was here, and a resistance zone here, right? So as we go to the H4 time frame, you can see this is a beautiful descending channel now, right? We have this beautiful descending channel, and at the same time we made it to this high. You understand? So when you look at all the USD pairs, I mean to say, you can see that momentum is quite on the bullish side. Momentum is favoring the USD compared to all the other like currencies it's being compared to. And once we look at this as descending channel, we can see that like we're making it to the higher trend line, or the top trend line. We're making it to the top trend line. We made it with strong momentum, right? So what's happening here now is we have a confluence, because we have resistance and we also have the trend line, right? Although we might still break out, because I'm saying like it's looking bearish for the USD. I'm just interested to see if we're actually gonna reject here, or we actually gonna break through. But if we do break through, I'm gonna buy, or wait for, it depends. If we break out of here, I might have to wait for a retest of this level and then buy into strength. Or if I spot it early enough, which I rarely do, but if I spot it early enough, then I might just send a signal to my VIP members like, yo, let's get it. And I'll say what I'm saying, fam. So to back up the main point of this video, which is I think the USD is looking bullish, right? Just look at all these two pairs that I just showed you, and and the dollar index, which is the DXY, it's actually going to show you the same thing that I'm saying. But also look out for the cues that I said you should wait for before you go into any of these pairs. You understand what I'm saying, fam? Alright, fam, so you basically saw the analysis that I got for you guys. You saw the DXY, you saw the stuff like that. I'm interested though to know what you guys really think about, like, what I just showed you via analysis and stuff like that. Tell me also, how did the US elections affect your trading? Did it affect you at all? Or you were OG, didn't do anything at all? You've been like making money even then, during the thing, during all this drama and stuff like that. But for me right now, my plan is just to like kind of limit or size my lot sizing accordingly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go too crazy, but I'm gonna tread carefully here. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Because at this point, I just feel like at this point we're not yet back at a common ground. You understand? The market is still like shaky a little bit, I feel like. And I was looking at the charts and I'm seeing the volatility like spiking all over the place and stuff like that. So that's one thing I just wanted you guys to take note of. Like, I'm looking forward to like seeing this queue so I can take my money on the USD pairs and stuff like that. So I appreciate it if you're still watching to this 5 minutes. So boy Fusimex, once again, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. You're making noise, fam. Subscribe if you haven't, comment. I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, peace out, homie.